this way. All right. You want to do a video about spirits, and here we are. We're going to do a video about spirit conversations, and we think this could be tied to, obviously, her symptoms.
How do you think this is tied?
Of your headache.
How do you think this is tied?
Because I think it's caused undue stress and pressures and possibly other stuff. It probably affected. Probably affects your brain and your we forgot to put that you're light sensitive off and on too.
Yeah, and you flashing a bright light in my face.
I'm sorry. Well, you just kept putting your face up there. I didn't know the flash was on, and then you encouraged me to take pictures of you. So, anyways, getting on with it. She wants to talk about spirits and stuff like that, and she's had a headache for over 6 months, and I think that it ties in with the way it affects the brain, and people don't realize how powerful the brain is and how sensitive the brain is. And then when you've had a headache pressure in the top part of her head, and the doctors haven't found anything, I just think it can be tied in with it. Is that okay that I mention all that?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just like, I'm going and saying, because the bright light, I'm like, you know when you stand to a bright light, your brain starts changing weird images, and you can like see it in like neon glowing color as if you close your eyes, but when you open them, it's like black, and then once you like open and close, it's white. And it feels like it's in your eye, and it follows with your eyes, and it's like feels like it's getting closer and closer and closer, or farther and farther and farther, and it's so weird. But yeah, that weird thing with the flash is literally messing with my eyes right now.
Sorry, but it's definitely helping with the content of the video, so people understand it more. I said it's helping with the content of the video.
But it doesn't have to do with spirits, because you literally just flashed it in my...
But it kind of does in a roundabout way. It does have to do with spirits, because people do use stuff like that for different things. Lights and flashes and infrared and heat and sound temperature checkers.
People do print a weird picture and then have it like a hand screen. It's like if you hold your eyes open long enough then if you look up to the ceiling, then you can see it. It's kind of like one of those.
Something like that.
Like if you hold your eyes open close and when there's flashing camera, you get a weird image.
But I was just trying to take a couple pictures for you.
It's still there.
So anyways, do you want to talk about spirits now?
Oh yeah. You smart.
You smart. Okay, I smart. I smart.
And you start.
Okay, but what am I? I already did start. I've been talking for 2 minutes here. Leading us into this. So as you can see, we talked about some of her symptoms and stuff, and basically she's been saying that spirits have been bothering her, and I think it's because she's more sensitive because of her medical issues. That's what I feel.
Also,
plus, kids in general are more sensitive.
Also, I have imaginary friends, and basically, so like, I feel like my imaginary friends are like shifted off spirits in a sense. And because like I feel like I can only play with my imaginary friends in a certain time. For some reason, it feels like it always needs to be in a certain time, and it doesn't. It feels like I can play with them whenever I want, but it still feels like it needs to be like a certain time, and the mood, and like in the setting just needs to be like right.
Is there a certain actual time of the day, afternoon, morning, or evening?
Always at the night. It's like if it's never allowed to be during the morning or the evening. Often on the evening, maybe a little bit, but basically never during those times. It's normally always at night.
Not to give you a twist here, but also part of it could be is more people are home from work and school in the afternoon, and they have this thing called the universal mind. You could actually be connecting with other kids from the neighborhood or throughout the world that are feeling like you are for whatever reason, because they call it the universal mind. You might actually be connecting with other spirits of kids that are playing with their imagination, almost like through the universal mind. It isn't necessarily spirits that have passed, potentially, but it could be, like you're saying. I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying there's variations of the universal mind. The spirits, the living and those that have passed are still alive, but they've passed, but they could still be connecting with other spirits with you as well, is what I'm saying. Do you understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. it could be a combination of that stuff. Because I've noticed even like if you're talking about spiritual stuff, if I'm at home on a holiday weekend, there's a lot more spiritual activity going on in the world, like in your local neighborhood, because a lot of people are home and it changes the vibe sometimes, is what I'm saying. So that's what I mean, where when everybody's at work, the vibe in the neighborhoods are not the same, in my opinion. And I've noticed that often on different places that I've visited or stayed. So, what's your thoughts? Continue on. Let me say something. Okay. So getting back to what we're talking about today would be like the way spirits have been bothering you. What name some things that the spirits have done?
Like literally, just recently, like I think it was like yesterday or something, and where like in like the like lower of my back where it's been hurting for a little bit, it felt like I got a little like a slight little like jab or like a slight little punch in it, but it
How
was
hard?
but it was
Touch
like
my arm. How hard?
it was like this or something.
Ow!
It was like
Just
this,
really lightly.
but it
Okay.
was really light, and then it also felt cold. Like it felt like
A
it,
cold
and then
touch.
like a brisk, like a brisk of
Air.
cool air,
Yeah.
like went through. Like it was just like it was like a something like that or something. It was
No, I
really
get it.
light, really gentle, and it was really weird. Also, just a few weeks ago, this one spirit like kept, I don't know if it was the same spirit, I'm guessing because it was always around the same area. When I was in bed, it would tap my feet very slightly. Might even be the same spirit who was just like yesterday. He like slightly, just once hitting back. Like it felt like a very soft tap with a cool burst of wind on like my foot. And then like me like then a next day or something I was playing with my internet friends because I felt like it just was in the right setting, um and basically I like felt a little tap on my leg, and then that was like the same day when Dada, you remember this one, first I I like for a millisecond I saw like this weird figure. Like I'm used to seeing figures for just a flash second, and because like for some reason that's what I'm used to. I'm used to seeing spirits in a flash second, but this one was a weirder one. It wasn't like my other ones where it was like a tall dark figure who was looking like menacingly, or like a dark face who was like looking terrifying. Yeah, I've had literally one time I was like, I don't know what was happening. I literally just like, so there was like a light post in the bedroom, and literally right next to it almost there was a tall dark like skinny creepy figure, and that's the best way I can explain it in a sense. And then I always see like things like either like sticking their head out then peeking them back, and then I don't see them or something, like, or just like they stick their head out then they disappear. See pop like by like the ladder off and on, because there's a ladder by the bed. They pop their head up from there, or in the closet, or even sometimes like the bathroom, what we have in the room, they like peek their head out and then they like disappear or something. But I can only see for like a little
That's,
bit.
that would say a lot of people, if they do see spirits, they probably only see them for a second, and they just count it as their imagination. But some people that deal with imaginations and mind stuff believe that it's just as real as anybody else, whether it's a psychic, a medium, or any person in the world can see spirits. They just have to believe, or they just think they're daydreaming, or they think they're illusional or delusional, or whatever they want to say. I'm just saying, like, some people discount it, but so what else are you thinking?
Um,
Any other good spirit stories? Like the day you said they were bothering you. You were sleeping, they were bothering you. Okay, let's move on. We have saged. We have saged. Don't get into all details.
Are you talking about? I'm not going into detail. Are you talking about how every single time when I either get a nightmare or a dream, you might think it's a spirit doing it to me?
You just
Are you
mentioned.
talking about
You just
that?
mentioned that the other day, and I don't necessarily think it's a spirit. I suppose you could be connecting with their mind too, and they could be doing that. But
Yeah.
usually they also say that dreaming's like a higher state of mind. It's your subconscious or your super subconscious
Okay, then why the?
trying to send you messages as well. So it could
Okay,
be.
that last dream was that last nightmare was terrifying. Then.
But I won't totally. And sometimes what you eat can make you more clairvoyant or this. So sometimes what you eat, they said, have been tied to bad dreams too because it can affect your brain, like
The
the way
last
the
thing
food is
I ate was
processed.
eggs, so
Yeah. Well.
I guess that means no more eggs for me.
Yeah. I'm not saying that means no more eggs. I'm just saying like some people like say broccoli can make you more clairvoyant, so you're more likely to see and think things. But just in general, I don't remember. Do you want to tell us about the last dream you had? The part that was terrifying?
I can't really explain it.
Okay. Can you remember any of it?
I remember it, but I can't explain it.
Okay. No, I get it.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Is there anything you can remember that you want to tell us about? Nothing.
I think it was like a warning call never to give anyone my phone for some reason.
Okay. It could be.
That's the best I can explain it. Basically, I was getting chased by people in a sense, and for some reason I thought I could trust someone because I was like slightly working with them, and I was like or something like that. I forgot how the dream actually went. It was like, here's my phone and put in your contact in case one of us need help, and then they literally was like stolen. And then
They
yeah,
stole your phone?
yeah. And then I woke up because I couldn't keep myself in the dream, even though I actually was trying, and I was actually a little successful keeping myself in the nightmare thingy, but then I failed. So then basically I was just like, then with my not even awake brain cell, I'm like, so I'm awake now, but we're just gonna act like this happened, and happy ever after, because I won't be able to move on with my day if it stays like that, how it ended.
Okay.
Because it ended kind of like how I just said, but not really. I don't remember too much. I don't remember too much. Yeah. Yeah, that's I can explain. And so I think it was like more of a call. Like I feel like it was like more of a saying, not like don't give anyone your phone, but also like for some reason I'm like, I always have my phone with me. I never basically let my phone out of my sight, no matter what I'm doing. It's always in the room with me. If it has to go charge in a different room, I'm like up almost every 10 minutes to go check on it. I don't know why. It's just like, so it just felt like that dream was just like it slash nightmare. It was just like, I think it was like, just like, keep doing what you're doing. Don't let your phone out of sight or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Also, I don't know why. It's always with me. And if I have to leave it in a different room, I'm like always up every 10 seconds to go look at it. It feels like.
Now, down the road, I know you don't remember this, but I've told you about EFT, emotional freedom techniques. They're called tap zones. So I would like you to look them up again down the road. That's why I want it in the video, so that way you remember. But they have a one-page thing, and you go from 10 to 1 or 1 to 10, and you think positive and negative, and you do tap zones to help. It can help if you're stuck after you leave a dream. That's fine. After you leave a dream and you feel like you're stuck in the second dimension of the dream where you're still feeling the fear, you can use tap zones to help bring you out of it, in my opinion. And tap zones can be used for many, many things. So I'm just making sure. That's fine. I mentioned it in the video, so it's documented that EFT, and then there's another one called NLP, Neuro Linguistics Programming. But I've never used that. I've heard about it, but EFT is the more common one. The ancient Chinese version of... Hey, Sarah, look at me. Tapping the top of your head is the ancient Chinese version of EFT. Tap your head lightly, gently. When you're thinking of something negative, you tap it, and then you release it, and then you think of something positive, and you refill those bad thoughts with positive things. So that's my thought. So I wanted that in the video. Okay, what else you want to say now? Moving on to seeing spirits, talking to spirits, being a spirit.
Being a demon.
It's still a spirit, in my opinion. Are you possessed by a baby? Are you possessed by a baby demon? Wow, they cry just like humans. Wait, what? Ow, cut it out. God dang it. You almost made me say a bad word. Don't smack me. I'll send you to boarding school.
Like you have the gut to do that.
And they can exercise your demon. We're going to send you to the gym so you can exercise your demon at the gym. Ow.
I did not even hit you. I did not move. Did you see me move? No one saw me
cut it out.
move.
Quit kicking me.
I'm not doing anything.
All right, let's get back to the spirit. Is there anything else you want to say about this video, to this video, from this video? Any comments you want to make? If you've had other experiences, you can private message, leave positive comments. What's your thoughts?
I have lost my brain.
I think that means physically, mentally, emotionally. She still likes cheeseburgers sometimes and chicken nuggets, and other times it's just candy.
What are you talking?
I'm just throwing it in a distraction to get you back. I just brought you back to center when I mentioned candy. You're like, what? You don't like ice cream anymore?
I love ice cream.
Well, I think this problem stems from ice cream, but I'm no doctor. Ow, ow, don't smack me. Smack yourself. Smack yourself, not me. All right, do you want to talk about spirits more, or have we concluded this 17-minute video?
It's not 17 minutes.
Slow down. Remember to speak. I think she's possessed. We need a Catholic priest to help exorcise
the street.
demon.
Go back to them.
They're not Catholic. Anyways, they're
not?
Southern Baptist. Anyways,
whatever.
exorcise the demon. There's a lot of people don't believe in stuff like that. You got to understand, spirits and demons, a lot of people don't believe in them. And if they do, it's from a different perspective. Some people... Anyways, that's a whole different... We're not getting into a religious conversation here. Anyways, is there anything else you want to say about demons, or what you think, or what you feel, or what do you think they've been doing to heckle you or hassle you and make your day brighter? The phone got really blurry for a minute there. It was weird. Okay. Do you want to keep the video on, or say thank you for the like, share, subscribe? Thank you for positive comments. Hit the bell.
Make sure you give this 2 big thumbs up, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.
Thank you.